Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today's video is my palettes that I want to use in February 2021. So today we're talking about palettes that I want to get more use out of this month, things that I want to actually make an effort towards using, because a lot of the times I'm kind of using the same stuff over and over again or whatever's new in my collection. So today we're talking about stuff that I want to use specifically and try to get more use out of. We'll see if I accomplish it or not, I don't know, but it's finally February. January took forever and a day to finally end. I don't know what it was, and I feel like I really struggled in January with my mental health as well as like finances and stuff. My views have never been so crappy before, and I've never felt like such a failure as a YouTuber. And I don't know if like it's my content, people just aren't watching YouTube as much, or like maybe I just suck at my job anymore. I don't know. And I know it sounds really harsh and there's way bigger issues in the world right now, but that on top of like not being able to go anywhere and then like my inspiration being really low, I feel like there's something in the air that's just like messing with me. Even like this video that I'm doing right now, I had to film 3 times for different reasons. Like the power went out the first time ever to go through. Am I haunted? What is going on? It's not even raining outside. I don't know what happened with that. Then I had something on my face that I couldn't stand and now we're trying again. Like, I don't know. It's just been a series of unfortunate events, and I'm hoping February is like a fresh restart for that, because it's like Valentine's Day month. It's supposed to be like a cute and happy month, right? So I'm hoping for that, and we're just gonna call January a wash. We're gonna count that as part of 2020. It just leaked over a little bit, and we're hoping February is a new year. So let's go ahead and get started talking about palettes. Alright, so first one is my like most exciting palette that I want to try to use in February. So this is the Poppi Cosmetics Neon Drip palette. I got this in a subscription box. I actually showed this in my eyeshadow declutter collection video I did like a week or 2 ago, but I never used it yet. Like I still haven't used it even since that video. I don't know, but that's why I'm going to try to use it in February 2021. Why do I keep saying the year? We know what year it is. But this is just a really cute palette. If I'm being realistic with myself, I'll use the greens, I'll use the oranges, I'll use the yellows, one yellow, and I might use the pinks, but I don't see myself using the purples, and if I do, I'd be really surprised and proud of myself, because I don't really wear purple eyeshadow too much. But I feel like this is a really fun, cute palette that I want to get more use out of, since I haven't used it at all, and I feel like I can come up with some cute looks with this. So I want to try to use this month. It's my most exciting, like, adventurous palette, I'd say. Most days I do something kind of yellowy or gold or neutral. So I want to try to use something more bold outside of my comfort zone. Like this month, that's why a lot of these palettes are color schemes that I don't typically use. So this is like my exciting one for the month. My least exciting, like my most neutral palette for like days I don't want to put any effort in, or I just want to do like an eyeliner wing moment and not focus on the shadow itself. I have the Lawless palette, the little one palette. So I was going to choose the That's Taupe palette or the Stone Cold Fox from Colourpop for my palette for like neutral this month, but I use those a lot already, and I want to get more use out of this one because it's more expensive than a Colourpop palette, but it's so cute and I love the quality. So this is the little one palette from Lawless. I really love it. I love that there's like a matte shade in here, like a light matte shade I can use to put under my brow bone and make everything blend seamlessly. There are 2 shimmers in this palette. One's more on the yellowy side, one's more on the gold side, so I feel like those are perfect shades for the lid for me. And honestly, it's just simple and easy to use, something I don't have to think about, because some days I don't want to think about my eyeshadow and I just throw on something neutral, so this is a great option for those days. So we did my neutrally of neutrals, we did my bold of bolds. Now let's talk about my Colourpop palettes, because you guys know I love Colourpop so much, and I'm gonna get some use out of Colourpop palettes this month, of course. So firstly is one I haven't used since I picked it up, but I've been like thinking about this look for a while. I'm like, oh, I use this palette for like a pretty eye moment, and then I do a black lip. That'd be really cute Valentine's Day like look for Instagram. So this is the Cloud Spun palette from Colourpop. I asked you guys recently like what reviews you wanted to see, and I did 3 out of the 4 of them. I didn't do this one because I had the least amount of votes on it. So if I can get open, I haven't used this yet, but I want to use it for like the Instagram moment I've been thinking about for a while. So here is the inside of the palette. I really like the shades. I love how this glitter looks, but I don't think I'd use it on my eyes just because it's messy, but maybe I will, we'll see. This is the only shade in here that I don't think I would use too much, because like this one is to make it more hot pinky. This one just seems too very bubblegummy that I don't really like. I more so like the more muted pink tones of it. And these shades, and this one looks really cute too. It's like a base start off your eye look with, and I really like this one being like an icy white with a reflective pink in it. So this palette is really pretty. I really enjoy it. even these two shimmer shades are super cute. I'm hoping the quality is there. I don't know yet, but like the only thing I can think of is like, that'd be a really cute Instagram moment, Bridget. You should really do it. So that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to try to get more use out of it for like my Valentine's Day looks for this month if I do a bunch. I don't know yet. We'll see. Next up is another thing that I'm thinking like Valentine's Day. I'm trying to think like, let's do more romantical looks this month. And since I don't know what I'm doing to this hair color yet, I am going to do like a lot of neutral looks probably. Because I don't think I'll leave it blonde for a while. I think I wanted to dye it pink, but I actually used my pink and I don't know when I used it. So I don't have any pink in my collection. I might pick some up, we'll see. But another look that will go great with a pink moment on this side is the Wine and Only palette from Colourpop. It looks like this. I did do a full review of this video, or this palette. So it's really cute. But I know this is not a very creative palette. You're going to get a lot of similar looks. You do a cut crease, you do a halo eye, you can get a lot of really similar looks because nothing really pops in this palette. I do appreciate these two tones being more towards a brown, and I appreciate this being more towards a champagne, but you are going to get a lot of very similar looks with this. This is great if I want some color on the eyes and I don't want to think about what I'm doing to it. Like I can just do my normal routine of eyeshadow, throw on these colors, and it's gonna blend seamlessly and I don't have to worry about it. So I feel like this is really good for a effortless but romantic eyeshadow moment. And I realize with these two and the neon one and what I'm gonna talk about later, like my eyelashes will probably be stained red a lot this month if I actually use these palettes like I'm supposed to. Lastly, for Colourpop stuff is another neutral palette. So these are gray toned purples, which are really neutral. So the Flutterby palette. Now this is a palette I use a ton and then I have to put in a separate drawer so I don't use it a lot because I really enjoy this palette. And it's old, it's been out for a long time, but doesn't mean it's not good. So this is the Flutterby palette. I know it's really reflective so it's hard to see when I like do this, but they're just really neutral colors with like a hint of a gray tone purple. So I don't really wear purple eyeshadow, but these muted gray purples, like I'm like, they're so good. And this also has like some dark shades to deepen up the shades. I really like the like light shimmers in here. I think they're really pretty and they perform well on the eyes. Like this is just an effortless palette. This is probably gonna be one of my like weekend palettes. So on the weekends, I usually take off from filming. I might end up editing something because it's last minute stuff and I'm a workaholic, unfortunately. But on the weekends, typically I'm not filming. I try to give myself 2 days off. So I do a lot of looks that I have to wear all day long, and they're usually a light neutral look because if I'm wearing a dark, colorful moment, like a really deep shade on my eyes all day long, because typically I don't touch on my face during the weekends at all. I do it first thing in the morning, I leave it on all day, I don't touch it again. If I do a really dark eyeshadow, sometimes it doesn't look so great at the end of the day. So for the weekends, I usually do something really light and pretty and simple, and this is like the perfect weekend palette for me. So I think I'm gonna get a lot used to this one during the weekends, and I like those tones because it's effortless, you know? Lazy over here sometimes with the eyeshadow, especially when I'm not on camera. So next up, let's talk about the last category, which is alter ego. Okay, I just reviewed both these palettes that I'm going to talk about. So first one I reviewed was Blooms, which is a dupe for Natasha Denona's Love palette. And I'm just gonna get more use out of this one this month because it is a dupe for Love palette, which is perfect for Valentine's Day. And these are not my color scheme. Like this palette is not something I would use a ton. So I want to try to use it more, like force myself out of my color scheme. Like the rest of these palettes in here, there's a lot of pinks and there's a lot of purples and stuff. So here is the inside of this. This is actually a gray. It looks green to me in this room for some reason. Outside of this room, it looks silver, but it is silver. But this palette, I don't think, like, I don't see myself using the purples that much. But again, I could really use like these salmons, the pinks, and some of these deeper shades, maybe the silver and browns and stuff, maybe even the red. So I really think I could get some use out of this, but I gotta force myself to because these are not my normal colors. But you know, it's great for Valentine's Day if we're caring about that. I don't actually celebrate Valentine's Day like that, but my eyeshadow says I do this month. Also, I feel like if I keep this blonde for a little bit, like it's gonna look really cute with like the red eyes and stuff. So anyways, lastly is the Canyons palette. I loved the look I came up with in that video. I loved it so much. Also, these palettes are $14.40 if you use porcelain at checkout. Like you use my code, it saves you money. They're usually $16, but it's $14.40 with code. They're dupes for Natasha Denona palettes. They're $65. But Canyon, I loved the look. I loved the look. So here it is. And I chose this one because one, it's new and I wanted to use it. It's dupe for Natasha Denona's Bronze palette. But I don't really have, like, my normal looks are yellowy, orangey gold moments or neutrals. And I wanted something that had more of the golden, yellowy hue to it without being, like, super just yellow mattes because, you know, I would never get away from those. I love those so much. So that's why I chose this one. It has like a lot of the bright gold moments. We have like an orangey with a little bit of yellow to it here. And I feel like it still gives me like the gold and stuff that I'm comfortable with for days where I want to just live in my element of like a yellowy eye moment without being just yellow. So this gives me a little bit of dimension to it. I can also deepen up the outer corner with a lot of these darker shades, and I feel like it's a perfect fit for me. So this one's cute, and I love the look I came up with. I've already used it 3 times. That one, like, again, not gonna get as much use out of this one as I would this one. So this one I've already used 3 times. I only used this one once so far, but I love this one. Like, they're both good quality, but like everyone has their color preferences, you guys. Anyways, you guys, these are the 7 palettes that I want to get you more use out of this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything like you want to do this month. Like, I know not everyone has like certain palettes they want to use every month or anything, but I want to know what you guys are going to try to do this month. Like me, I'm going to try to film ahead a bunch of stuff, get on top of my work schedule and stuff. Everything has changed for me in the last couple months, like life-wise, and I feel like I'm just now coming to the realization that this is okay. Like, everything's fine as long as I can get like my views back up and my work schedule back to normal and not get distracted or by like life and stuff. I think I should be okay. So I gotta get back on track. Let me know what you guys want to do this month down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested in true crime, I do have a true crime podcast. It's called Crimex. My boyfriend Courtland and I talk about a true crime case every week on Tuesdays, and we talk about our theories as well as what we thought happened. He tells a fun fact at the beginning of every episode, so he like gets your mind going, started thinking about things, and I think it's really fun, and I really enjoy doing that. So like that's something that I do every week with him that I don't think is a distraction from work, but it's like something I enjoy because I love true crime, you know? And I feel like that's something that gets me out of talking about makeup 24/7, but gets me thinking about other things. And I really enjoy like that little break every once in a while. But thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.